I'm Sarah. I'm from Illuminati Hotties,
And where are you from?
and I grew up in Los Angeles, California.
When did you start making music?
I started making music, I feel like I've been making music forever, but I started playing music when I was like 7, and then kind of just writing little songs here and there all along.
Who did you listen to growing up?
Growing up, I feel like my folks had a lot of Stevie Wonder laying around, and Simon and Garfunkel, and Motown, and whatever else I could get my hands on. Whatever was laying around. I think the first record I played drums with was a Led Zeppelin record, so yeah.
So how did you get started?
I started taking piano lessons when I was like 7, and then started practicing drums and playing a lot of drums in middle school, and it was kind of just like always writing and making weird stuff, and then got more into studio stuff once I was in college, and I spent a lot of time recording my friends and recording myself, and just sort of trying to figure out creatively where I fit into music, and then slowly but surely this project came together.
What felt like your first break?
My first break. Has my first break happened yet? I don't know. I think the kind of most surreal moment with this project was sort of hearing about NPR picking it up and not knowing that was even an option on the table. Like, somebody sent me the link and was like, "You're on All Songs Considered," and I was like, cool. I had no idea, and the intern at All Songs brought in one of our songs and showed it to them, and I found out sort of this weird roundabout way, and that sort of felt like a kind of oh, there's more people who've heard this thing than I thought. So
How did you decide that this is what you're going to do?
I don't think I ever had a plan B. I just always wanted to be making music, and so I did it all the time, and yeah, I just never felt like there was any other options. It was what made me the most happy, and then I just hustled really hard to figure out how I could pay rent and eat doing it.
What life events have impacted you and your music the most?
What life events have impacted my music and me the most? I think every day we sort of experience the regular things and the outrageous things, and I just try and observe all of them the same way and collect them into little scraps in my notebook or in my phone, and just everything that goes on around us every day, from just getting coffee to seeing something crazy happen, or finding out talking to your mom on the phone, or finding out good news or bad news, or anything really, I think informs my music and my art. And that's a very vague and broad answer, but I don't think there was a singular event. I think it's just being able to process all the events that are happening all the time in a different way.
What's the story behind the name Illuminati Hotties?
Well, everybody has a note in their phone full of stupid band names, and this one seemed less stupid and kind of fun, and it fit the project really well, and had this sort of duality of goofiness, but also kind of serious weirdness, and a lot of the songs were fitting that vibe, and it just sort of made sense when I was figuring out what to call all of these songs that were coming together in this way.
Tell me a bit about your debut album, Kiss Yr Frenemies.
What would you like to know about it? Kiss Yr Frenemies started as a project to sort of like be a calling card for my production stuff and my engineering stuff, and I had all these songs, a lot of songs like that had been sitting around for a while, and then like a summer of like really productive songwriting, which is most of the record. And I wanted to show people what I could do sort of like in a producer way. And so I started producing my own songs, and then it started coming together more in this way that felt like a project that I could perform, and that I was having fun playing out, and it just sort of ended up being more of an artist project than it was a producer project in the end. And then Kiss Yr Frenemies happened.
What are some things that are important to you like to address through your music?
Relationships between people, not necessarily like a dating relationship or anything, but like, friendship, family members, really anything sort of interpersonally and intrapersonally. Just the basic everyday like things that happen to us and what we got to do to get from waking up to going to sleep every day and start it over again, and just sort of making observations on what makes all of us move and shake.
Who would you most like to collaborate with, and why?
Oof. There are a lot of people I'd want to collaborate with. I've been like in the van, been like re-listening to the whole Sufjan Stevens discography, and that dude is hero status for sure. And I feel like I could learn a few things, so that would be a fun collaboration. Mitski, I really love her new stuff, and that's also kind of been on heavy rotation, and it seems like it could be a fun and fruitful collaboration should the stars somehow align.
What are your interests and passions outside of music?
I love being outside, going to the beach, hiking and exploring, and reading. I read a lot. There's a lot of music. It's hard to get away from the music, or it definitely never goes off. But getting good food, hanging out.
What are your favorite book, film, and music right now?
Ooh. Favorite book. I'm in the middle of reading Slouching Towards Bethlehem right now, which I really love, and I had never read much Joan Didion, but I kind of dove in, and it's been like I finally figured out I learned how to read in the car, so I've been reading in the van, and really excited that I can start blowing through books like that. Favorite movie? That's hard. I told someone the other day my favorite movie was Top Gun, and I might regret that decision, but it is kind of a banger. What was the other one? Favorite
music?
Favorite music? Impossible. There's so much, and I love so much of it. I wish I could answer that better, but there is so much good music out right now, and I think most of the stuff I really have been enjoying listening to is my friends' records that have or have not yet been released, and just being inspired by the people that I know that are also trying to make their artistic mark, and it's so cool to see those people sort of get their voice together and happening, and some of it has been really beautiful to watch from beginning to end come together.
So what's next?
What's next? We are on tour with Wunderbar right now, and until Thanksgiving, And then after that, making the next record maybe. Working with some other artists on some of their records. Maybe taking a day off once in a while. Hopefully hopping back in the studio soon and, you know, working as much as possible.